Hey, Ezra Firestone here with you, resident e-commerce expert for digital marketer and founder and CEO of smartmarketer.com and zipify.com. In this video, I'm going to tell you about the big 4 traffic sources that we leverage in our business, which in succession, in order of importance, in my opinion, are Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Google. These 4 traffic sources are really what you've got as an online business owner today. Now, there are other traffic sources, as we'll talk about in a minute, but there's nearly unlimited potential with just these 4 traffic sources, and our business leverages solely, our business is actually, we have several stores, leverages solely these 4 traffic sources. Let's talk about them. The first is Big Mama G, which is Google, and it's been around the longest. It's also the biggest because Google, it contains Google Search, Google Shopping, YouTube, and the Google Display Network, and it offers both query-based and contextual targeting. Let me show you a little bit of how that works. So if you come to google.com and you type in dog bowl, what Google's going to do is it's going to show you some results, some of which are going to be ads. And in this case, the first 4 results are ads, and there are ads on the right-hand side. These are called comparison shopping engines. So this is leveraging Google's advertising service called Google Shopping, and this is leveraging Google's advertising service called AdWords. Now, Google also owns YouTube.com, and you can run ads on YouTube in a number of ways. Again, if I type in like dog training on YouTube, I can see that I've got some ads here. And Google also lets you run ads in the form of pre-roll and post-roll ads. So if I watch this video, I see an ad here that's related to some kind of a dog product. Look at that. Do you want to train your dog? So it's actually related to a dog training product. And if I click on this ad, I'm going to go over to a call to action sales page thingy, which actually looks like a nice little page for a ad. For a product. Another way that Google works is if you're on like CNN.com, let's say, or some kind of news site, or really any blog on the internet, there are going to be ads being run on this blog. For example, this advertisement right here for Anthony Bourdain Parts Unknown. Google might be the one serving that particular ad. So if I click on it, yep, Google was serving that ad through their ad network called DoubleClick. So this is called the Google Display Network, where you can leverage Google to run ads on other people's blogs. And you can target, you can use contextual targeting and say, I only want to run ads to women who are over 45 who visit about.com, and you can do stuff like that. Now, we use the Google Display Network mostly for retargeting, but we also use it for, front-end advertising as well. So that's how Google works. The next network that we have is called Facebook, which you're probably well aware of. And this is really where I think you should start. I think Facebook has the easiest to use self-serve advertising platform, meaning it's really easy to get in there and build out audiences and build out ads. It offers contextual targeting mainly. It does not yet have a query-based component, though at some point I imagine they will allow you to target things based on what people search for in the Facebook search box. I won't get in too much into Facebook because everyone's been on Facebook a whole bunch and seen Facebook ads, but very powerful, and it's our number 1 source of advertising. We use Facebook mainly, and then Google and Pinterest come in at number 2 and 3 for us. And then we're using Instagram just a little bit. And with that said, Instagram is the other, number 3 on the list here, and it's owned by Facebook, so it also offers contextual advertising. But the thing about Instagram is it's much, much better for products that lend themselves to pictures. So it's good for e-commerce because you can show pictures. It's fantastic for retargeting. So we usually start off with an ad on Facebook, and then when someone's seen our ad before, we then also advertise to them on Pinterest. Or Instagram rather. We use Instagram a lot for retargeting. Now, the 4th traffic source is Pinterest. And Pinterest is amazing because it's a clear combination of query-based and contextual targeting. Let me show you what I mean. So Pinterest is a perfect combination of contextual and query-based targeting, as I mentioned, because on Pinterest, you can target people based on their gender, based on where they live, based on what device they're on, and what they typed in. So for example, if I type in wedding planning, I can see that there are ads being targeted to me. I get these pins, right? It's a very visual platform. It's a social network that I call it a future social network because people are using it to plan things they want in the future. They save items they're looking for. And Pinterest actually wants to become a comparison shopping engine and show products. I'll talk about that in a moment. But for now, you can see I've typed in wedding planning, and this is a pin. This is an actual ad. It's promoted by Zola Registry. They're running an ad to me. If I click on their ad, I can see it gets bigger, and then I can actually click on that and go to their offer page. In this case is an opt-in page. They're trying to get people to opt in and like download their app or something like that. So that's an opt-in page. Now back on Pinterest, as I mentioned, they want to become a comparison shopping engine. And they've got these things called buyable pins. So if I type in like dog bowl, for example, here, I will notice that there's this option for buyable pins. So if I click on, well, actually, here's an ad right here, but if I click on buyable pins, I can see that they're actually kind of like Google Shopping, and I can kind of see the different dog bowls that are available. I can click over here to shop, and it will take me to that thing. I can actually add it to my cart right here inside of Pinterest. And then I'll click got it. And now that's in my shopping cart. And I could actually make a purchase without ever leaving Pinterest. So Pinterest allows me to just purchase right in their system. So their goal is to take on Google Shopping and Price Grabber and some of these other platforms and become a comparison shopping engine for products themselves. And they're working on that with this buyable pins functionality. But the thing to remember about Pinterest is that they are a combination of query-based traffic and contextual targeting, and they're a really fantastic ad platform for that reason, because you can get pretty granular about who you're targeting and what they were searching for and things like that. They also do offer contextual targeting based on interests, so you could also say, hey, I want people who are interested in animals, and you'd be able to target people without ever running any kind of query-based targeting. So they give you both options on Pinterest. So that's the big four that we're using in our business. Now, outside of the big four, there are other channels to purchase visibility, like Amazon or other comparison shopping engines, even Twitter, LinkedIn, content networks like Outbrain and Taboola. But all of my business is focused almost exclusively on the big four, and I can't think of a single business model where one wouldn't use one of the big four, where you wouldn't have the potential for one of the big four to be that your main traffic source. And something that you should make note of is that you should always have the goal of having more than one working source of visibility for your business. I recommend starting on Facebook because I think that's the easiest place to get started. I think every business can buy profitable traffic on Facebook and send it to a sales funnel that would convert for you. So I'd start on Facebook. I'd then move to Instagram because Instagram is owned by Facebook. It's also real easy to use, and you can start people on Facebook and then retarget them on Instagram, which is how we do it. Then Google and Pinterest are kind of interchangeable. We do Pinterest first and then Google second, but either one. Now, there are some businesses that are like extremely relevant for YouTube ads, in which case you would start on Google. But the point is that if you've got some level of diversity of traffic source, then you don't run the risk of, what happened to all the search engine optimization people who were only new search engine optimization. That was their only traffic source. And then Google sort of changed the game on them and they all lost their businesses. So you want to work to have diversity of visibility source, which starts with just one and then moves on from there. Now, later in this article, the next section, we're going to talk about the big three problems that I see most people facing when they attempt to purchase traffic online. So if you're reading this article, you can just scroll down. If you're watching this on YouTube, you can click the link below this video and get back to the article where we're going to talk about the three main problems people face when they attempt to purchase traffic for their business online. Ezra here, resident e-commerce expert at Digital Marketer, founder and CEO of smartmarketer.com and zipify.com. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one.